sweatshirt on over this with a hat on. I done put me a sweatshirt on. I cheated. I went in for this sweatshirt. Hold that heat in there already got it.
Yeah, with the heat.
All my teams lost. I ain't got It was a bad weekend. I had a feeling. They had a chance to win it. That's what I'm saying.
So good.
They are good.
This is good. cheerleaders. These young ladies you've already met, the seniors, but we'll introduce them all just the same. Our cheerleader squad this year is Peyton Alexander, Caitlin Anthony, Taylor Ashford, Ella Kate Autry, Nia Buxton, Kimberly Kane, Cameron Church, Kaylee Church, Ashlyn Clay, Lane Duggar, Sydney Everett, Kennedy Franklin, Mackenzie Gilson, Leighton Higginbotham, Caroline Lund, Charlie Odom, Macy Oliver, Ellie Reed, Alicia Rush, Macy Russell, and Lily Williams. These young ladies are under the direction of Coach Sarah Knott. Give it up for the West Lauderdale cheerleaders. I'd like to ask that you would stand at this time, please, for invocation. Our invocation tonight will be given by Grant Butler, the president of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes here at West Lauderdale. If you will remain standing after the prayer, the West Lauderdale Mighty Knight Marching Band will present the national anthem.
Please pray with me. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you, Father, for blessing us with the opportunity to watch and play football this afternoon. I pray that we wouldn't take these times for granted and that we'd honor and glorify you in doing so. Also, I pray for those who are affected by the terrible disease that we recognize tonight. May your hand be upon the families of those who have struggled, will struggle, and are fighting cancer right now. Give them strength, comfort, and peace through what they are going through. I also pray for Choctaw Central tonight and their head coach, Pepper Posey's health. Lord, please lift any sickness, stress, or hurt from their lives and their school. And finally, I pray for the safety of the players, cheerleaders, band, and those of us in the stands. We love you and we thank you. And it's your name I pray. Amen.
Last time Choctaw Central defeated West Lauderdale in football, it has not happened in over 2 decades. But I think what we're going to do right now, Lee, is I'm hearing them.
Prayers do go out to C.J. Watson. We'll tell you the starting roster. And real quick, I know you mentioned about the quarterback being out, Jackson Parker. Good news, I guess if you can have good news with an injury, there's no tears, there's no structural damage to his leg, but he has a contusion. He's basically just waiting for that thing to feel better. And, of course, when you're a running quarterback, you've got to feel good on your legs to be able to motor yourself through. And, you're taking away most of the offense on the ground, in the air, combined for this West Lauderdale team with Jackson Parker out. So real quick, as we get through with your pregame show, of course being brought to you by Battery One Source. We just got through talking to John just a few moments ago, but Mac Jones, number 7, your starter for tonight's offense. Number 4, Caleb Collins is your running back. Cooper Luke and Altonia Radcliffe are your receivers. Hunter Moore is your H-back. Gunnar Knapp, your tight end. Offensive line goes like this. Bryson Alford there in the center. Your guards, Mason McCary takes over for C.J. Watson. Jacob Livingston on the other side as your guard. Paxton George and Zach Simpson are your tackles. Defensively, what have we got?
All right, so defensively for the West Lauderdale Knights, on the defensive line, you've got 76 Sean Cole. Number 63, Michael Carroll is going to be starting in the place of Cade Germany. Like I said, we've lost a defensive lineman whom we're hoping we'll be able to have back in here in the next week or two, dealing with the flu and a couple of lingering injuries. So just kind of hoping he's able to take some time to rest and bounce back here maybe for Northeast next week, definitely for the playoffs here in a couple weeks. But anyway, so you got number 63, Michael Carroll, getting his first start tonight. Number 33, Tim McDonald, and number 14, Carson Smith. That wraps up the defensive line. Playing linebacker tonight, number 8, Jordan Gowdy, number 25, Jake Rogers, and number 1, Brett Busby. And then the defensive back starting for tonight for West Lauderdale are number 11, Jack Davidson, number 24, Jet Calvert, number 6, Quintavious Barty, and number 15, Landon Vaughn.
There you go with the defense. And speaking of Landon Vaughn, I do understand, and I guess you're going to see it in just a few short minutes, so I'm guessing I can go over the airwaves and say it. But from what I understand, Landon may get a little shot at quarterback a little bit tonight. So it'd be interesting to see Landon back there. He's probably one of the most talented as far as on the field, on his legs, and as far as playing defense and offense. He's played cornerback. He's played receiver. He's ran the ball a couple of times. So looking forward to that. And I understand there's a couple more packages in there that I'm not going to release right now, just in case. But anyway, looking forward to what the Knights have in store. Great offensive minds there with the Knights. And as the teams are starting to get together, West Lauderdale lining up on the sideline for their captains, getting their entire senior squad out there, and they'll send a few more out to the middle of the field while Choctaw Central makes their way as well. We're going to take a quick break, come right back with the FCA Pep Talk. Once again, this is your pregame show being brought to you by Battery One Source. Once again, Battery One Source, located 2618 North Frontage Road in Meridian. Get by there and see the do-fors at Battery One Source for that automotive, commercial, special application, whatever it may be. Also mobile phone and tablet repair. Battery One Source in Meridian. This is your pregame show. We'll come right back here on Q101.
In a small community, it's important to shop local. Now you can support your community and save your hard-earned dollars by shopping local with Farm Bureau into your area. Hey guys, you're going to come back after the FCA and the break. You're going to come back at 57:40 to you. Farm Bureau.
All right. Ooh, they may start early, actually.
I think they are.
Can we catch those breaks afterwards?
Yeah.
After the just come back.
Captains for West Lauderdale, Brett Busby, Jordan Gowdy, Landon Vaughn, Carson George. Knights have on the toss. They'll take the football, defend the goal at the east end of the field to start the game. Play safe, folks. Are you ready for some football?
As the Knights 6-1 taking on the 4-3 Choctaw Central Warriors, as the Knights have broken free from their helmet in my northeast side. I guess from my vantage point, northeast. Would we go from there?
Yeah, I'm just going to go with upper left.
Upper left corner of the football field here at the Kingdom. Broken free from the helmet, and Choctaw Central already ready on the kickoff team there, as we're about to put total leather here. Captains for the Knights, for the West Lauderdale Knights, that is 75 Paxton George, number 1 Brett Busby, number 12 Landon Vaughn, and number 8 Jordan Gowdy were your captains tonight at Met midfield. The whole senior class for the football team actually was at the 50-yard line. And information on the coin toss?
Yeah, first off, the captains for Choctaw Central were number 77. Okay, I'm looking forward to calling this name out. Cookie Thompson Steve.
Oh, sweet football name.
His name is Cookie. Also,
get that sweet.
44, MZ Anderson, and number 22, Peyton Stokes. West Lauderdale did win the toss and elected to receive this, so they're going to be taking the opening kickoff here as we are lined up and ready to go.
So we have number 4, Caleb Collins is your return man, and he will actually, nope, that would be part T, I believe. He's up to 20, 25. Cuts back to this near side to the 30. He's got a little bit of running room to the 40, midfield, 45, inside the 45 to the 43. Nice return for Mr. Q Bar T for the West Lauderdale Knights.
Absolutely. One man to beat. Tajon Dixon, number 4 for Choctaw Central, brings him down after an amazing kickoff. I don't know if you noticed, number 13, Malcolm Willis, had him dead to right about 40 yards back, and Barty able to make him miss. Just a nice little move to get into open field and get excellent field position for the Knights as we are ready to start here.
Let's see who we got. And Mac Jones was listed as a starter, but number 12, Landon Vaughn, will get the call as the starter quarterback for the Knights, and he will take the direct snap and go straight up off tackle and get about 4 or 5 yards. Late flag comes in. This may have been after it's kind of hard for us to hear, but could have whistle been blown and play still made. Could that have been it?
Definitely the whistle didn't blow on. We had forward progress, and they were pushing the pile back.
Personal foul against the defense. That is it.
Yeah, not real sure what the call is. It wasn't a face mask or anything like that. It may have been just not stopping whenever the whistle was blown, kept trying to drive the pile backwards. But you're right, Lee. That's a personal foul. That's 15 yards from the end of the run. Going to bring up an automatic first down as the Knights are moving down to Choctaw Central's, 23-yard line, I believe.
That is correct. And Choctaw Central coming in here with an outstanding offense. I'll get back to the point I wanted to make. A little bump here between quarterback and running back, but Taylor Collins makes a cut, makes a move, gets inside the red zone for the first time tonight, first drive tonight on around the 18, 17-yard line. We do want to say our hearts and prayers not only goes out to the injured players on our team, but also the head coach for Choctaw Central, Pepper Posey. He was taken to the hospital, I believe, over in Alabama yesterday. So get well wishes going out to him as well. Second down and 4 to go for the West Lauderdale Knights. Once again, 12 in the game for the Knights. Landon Vaughn taking the snap as quarterback, comes to this near side, and he is up to the 15, inside the 15, as he tries, but can't get quite to that 14-yard line. I don't believe he's going to get to that first down marker, so it's going to bring up third down short. Third down, about 1 to go.
Yeah, they, again, Landon Vaughn trying hard to push the pile, but just kind of get game tackled there after a pretty good game. I don't know if you saw the ball come out there at the end, but it well after the forward progress had been marked. So third down is short here for the Knights.
Two receivers this near side and hands off to Caleb Collins. Collins going to be close to that first down, and man, real close, but I don't know if he got it. The referee, as he's walking toward this side, I know the furthest referee, he is in between the 14 and 15-yard line, but the near side ref says a first down.
Yeah, the white hat didn't even bring out for a measurement. He immediately motioned for a first down. So
look here we go. This is what we were saying. They had multiple formations or multiple personnel that was going to come into the football game as quarterback tonight. And here's our first switch, and that's got number 1, Brett Busby, and number 8, Jordan Gowdy, beside him as a running back. And he's going to be leading the way. Brett Busby is leading the way Jordan Gowdy leading the way for Brett Busby. And he gets inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So multiple formations, and you got to get creative when your starter, when your main guy gets taken out of the game, right? You got to get creative.
All right, so I just got a word from the sideline that the personal foul was for piling. A guy jumped on top of the pile after the whistle had been blown. You cannot do that.
Second down, 5 to go as the ball is spotted in the 9-yard line. Brett Busby once again makes a guy miss to the 5, and he bulldozes his way into the end zone for a Knight touchdown.
Outstanding job by Brett Busby, just taking a direct, there was no doubt. There was no fake. There was no misdirection. It was a straight quarterback draw immediately.
I'm not so sure I would go and run and jump and bump against Jordan Gowdy. You may not make it to the next play.
Exactly.
So what we just saw is Brett Busby ran and did one of those jumping in the air and bumping the shoulders to Jordan Gowdy. Well, Brett made it back to the ground.
Extra point up and good by, was that Cooper Luke?
That was Cooper Luke.
All right, so yeah. I don't know if you noticed, number 12 in the backfield on that touchdown run, he had him dead to rights, but Brett Busby did an outstanding job making Johnson miss a tackle and then going into the end zone.
All right, 9:37 left here in the first quarter. Knights 7, Warriors 0. We'll be back on Q101.
Deep for the Warriors. Standing about his own 15. Cooper Luke, kick it off. Another midfielder on that side. Just on being all Warriors.
First tonight, 7-0 with a Cooper Luke extra point. 9:37 remains here in the first quarter, and touchback. And Cooper Luke puts the ball into the end zone for Choctaw Central. He trots out for the first time tonight. Jariah Jimmy is listed as the quarterback. We've seen him over the last, I think he's been a starter ever since he's been a freshman. But the Knights and the Warriors have been tangling up for a few years in a row since 2019. Knights have won every single one of them. 2019, 3 years previous, 29-0, 40-0 back in 2020, and then last year's 43-21 victory as well. But these Warriors have always played the Knights real tight the first half. So let's see what we got in store for us tonight as the West Lauderdale Knights and Choctaw Central Warriors.
They are very spread out with their receivers. I mean, almost sideline to sideline.
Jimmy will take the ball himself. Big quarterback, and when I say big, he is a nice-sized QB. And not sure who wants to get in his way. I mean, I know Jordan Gowdy can get in his way, and maybe a couple of others, but there's not many that's going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with Jariah Jimmy there as the quarterback running right to you.
Well, and what I was just talking about is what they try to do. They're going to spread their receivers exceptionally wide to try to get less guys in the box and just try to run it right at you.
Well, that's 14. I believe that's 14. 24. 24. Keyshawn Ben, a sophomore quarterback, and there's a stop and play before the snap is taking place. So I believe that's going to come back him up 5 yet.
Yeah, they're going to call false start against the offense against Choctaw there. So you're going to go from the second and about 6 to second down and 11. So, you love seeing them march backwards. You like to see them playing from behind the sticks.
Well, a win tonight, of course, gets immediately the Knights in the playoffs. And you hate to say this, but a loss tonight you'd be climbing pretty big, tough way to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, the Knights would still technically control their own destiny for a playoff spot. If you win next week, you'd be in. But win tonight, win the next week guarantees you second place in the playoffs.
Second down, 11. Another flag flies on this near side. Another false start. That's going to back them up another 5 yards inside the 15, inside their own 15-yard line to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, I haven't seen the motion yet. They're on the far corner of the field, not the best angle for us.
It must be on, I'm not going to say it has to be on the receiver, but when you see the guy throw up his hands, it's usually on that particular person, and number 22 on the near side.
You were speaking the language of every Alabama fan in the nation after last weekend.
Receiver on each side of the field for the quarterback, sophomore quarterback for the Warriors, in and out of the intended receiver's hands. They're around the 20-yard line. It's going to be incomplete, so third down and long for the Warriors. Once again, sophomore quarterback Keyshawn Ben. He's a pretty nice-sized quarterback as well. Now, I don't know if anything's wrong with Jimmy, but we've seen Jimmy be able to air it out with the Choctaw Central Warriors in the years past. Same formation for the Warriors. Shotgun formation with the back to his right. That is Ben, number 24, and just really undershoots his intended receiver. That was a cross-up there with information right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't undershoot him. That was miscommunication. Number 22, the wide receiver for Choctaw, that's going to be
Tayton Stokes.
Tayton Stokes. He was just running a fly pattern. He was running down the field as fast as he can, hoping, to get the ball aired out. Maybe he can run underneath it. But your quarterback was expecting about a 7-yard route to stop and try and look for the ball, and so that ball was just uncatchable by everybody on the field. But that is going to bring up fourth and very long as they get ready to, I believe, punt the ball away.
Jariah Jimmy is your punter, number 2.
So I guess he's okay.
And number 12 for the Knights, Landon Vaughn, will be your punt returner.
No, they're blowing that one dead. I believe that's going to be a false start against.
He was already backed up
Warriors.
close to his end zone, so.
Yeah, that almost looked like the center was slow snapping the ball because I think the entire left side of the offensive line jumped. So maybe the snap count wasn't, I don't know, but there was definitely some miscommunication again.
No, that looks like it was against the defense.
Oh, they're calling it on the defense. Okay. Yeah, it definitely looked to be against the offense. But you know what? Again, we've already talked about our angle isn't the best on here.
Now Landon's going to be lined up at the Warrior 40. Nice punt, though. Nice punt's going to back up Landon Vaughn. He's going to let this roll into the 40 and around the 38-yard line. So the Knights, decent field position once again. Their first possession due to a QBRT kickoff return got them all the way into the Choctaw Central 43-yard line. Was able to take a score in from a Brett Busby quarterback run. The score is 7-0 with 8:11 remaining here in the first quarter.
I mean, what we just saw here is something that we didn't talk about pregame, and you and I honestly haven't talked about even off the air, the impact of not having Jackson Parker on the field. He's normally going to be your punt return man.
Yeah.
And that definitely appeared to at least maybe be a returnable punt, but Landon Vaughn, having not returned any punts, probably a little bit uncomfortable with
Mac Jones will hand the ball off to number 4, Caleb Collins. Goes up from that line, and maybe a yard. We'll bring up second down, 9 to go.
Yeah, just not a whole lot there for him.
Once again, one of your offensive linemen, one of your seniors, C.J. Watson. We do wish him a quick recovery, but we all know that ACL is nothing to mess with, is it?
All right, so what you're seeing here is
no gain on the play, Rick.
Yeah, and we'll talk about this here in a second.
Going in motion is Luke, and Luke will get the handoff, comes to this near side jet sweep, and not much there as well. Maybe a yard and a half, 2 yards to go, 2 yards there, third and 8.
All right, so the defensive coordinator, the defensive players for Choctaw, they are not stupid. They understand that the entire first drive, they didn't even pretend to try to throw the ball. Mm-hmm. They understand that West Lauderdale's down with quarterback, and so what I'm seeing here is
they're going to have to beat you with a pass.
10 guys on the field are less than 6 yards off the line of scrimmage on the defensive side. They are not concerned with a pass right now.
Look out for Luke here. Luke's in the slot to the far side, and that is, he's going for Radcliffe and overshoots everybody. Bring up fourth down and 8, so the Knights punting unit will make their way onto the field. Once again, 7-0 is the score in favor of the Knights. It's the Knights' second possession of the game. Brett Busby will be your punter.
There he is. Yeah. I was waiting on him to come out on the field, but yeah, it is going to be Busby there. And who is that deep? Is that number 18? Number 18 deep for the Warriors. That is
Braylon McMillan. Yep. Brett will be inside his 25. High snap, and Brett Busby gets rid of it. Nice punt, though, and it will make the return man backpedal a little bit, but it will take a Warrior bounce.
Well, I think it actually hit number 27. I think it hit Hunter Moore off his foot whenever it came down. So, yeah, it gave it a little bit of a kick for the Warriors, but that's still going to bring up first and 10 for the Warriors on the West Lauderdale. On their own 34-yard line.
So not much for the Warriors on their first drive. A couple of penalties backed them up a little bit. Ended up punting behind the chains.
How great was that punt by Busby to be able to get that off, much less get a pretty sneaky good punt out of it. Because it wasn't the best snaps. He was able to control it, dodge anybody coming at him, and punt it deep downfield.
So here's Jariah Jimmy. He is taking the running back position to the right side of the quarterback, number 24. And he is carrying around some West Lauderdale Knights. And once again, the Knights wearing all black tonight, black on black on black with the black helmets. The Warriors silver helmet, gray jersey, gray pants with maroon numerals. But that quarterback there, Mr. Ben, he carried quite a few Knights to get 9 yards out of that play, almost 10, almost the distance for a first down.
It's never going to be a good sign whenever Jet Calvert, who is a defensive back, is someone actually going to be credited for the tackle there, because you know that that tackle being placed what happened on the line of scrimmage or even just a few yards beyond it. But Calvert was the first man to make contact and able to bring him down. After a 9-yard gain.
Oh, early movement by the. I don't see how that did not get called. Running back jumped forward, and that did not get called. 24 is on the move. Number 24 is the quarterback, Ben, and he goes off to the far side, gets a first down. But how did that not get called with the running back?
We do have a flag way downfield. That's going to be, we're not sure what it is yet, but it's definitely not going to impact the fact that that's a first down.
I don't understand how not number 24, the running back came in the game, number 28, Jordan Vaughn, right-hand side of the quarterback, inched his way forward and made a step before the ball was snapped.
All right, so the referee way downfield calling a face mask against West Lauderdale. I didn't see who actually committed the penalty, but that is going to tack on some yards at the end of the run, and they're going to be able to have the ball right on the West Lauderdale 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Yeah, I'm like you, Lee. I don't know how the play wasn't going dead at the beginning. Apparently, every referee was watching something other than that, the player. But even some of the defensive players from West Lauderdale were pointing at that. They were calling it out.
Well, even the running back thought it was going to get stopped. Receiver on each side of the field for Mr. Ben. High snap, and the ball will go over the head of the quarterback, and Dryad Jimmy is there on the spot at the 42-yard line and corrals the football. That could have been dangerous for the Warriors as the Knights. They would be able to pick that up. I'm not sure if anybody would have called it.
Yeah, that's going to bring up a long second down to 22 to be exact.
You know, we heard. I heard a lot about this number 24 for the Warriors. He is fast, very fast, but he's also big. So you combine those two, and it is dangerous. Second down, 23. Pass goes complete to number 1, Cruz Wilson. Doesn't quite get back up to the original line of scrimmage, so it's still going to be second down and long. Second down, about 13, 14 to go. Third down, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's going to, but I don't know if you noticed that, Lee. You know, the play before, the snap goes over his head, has to track it down. That snap was pretty wide to the left. Outstanding job of the quarterback of Choctaw just to be able to rein that in, much less to hit his open receiver and make it third down and long, but not as long.
Two receivers to this near side of the Warriors going right to left and shoots it out to Dryad Jimmy. He makes the connection and a screen pass, basically what that is, and gets maybe a yard and a half, but brings up fourth down. But you're in a position where you're probably going to go for it here on fourth down.
Well, I don't know that your kicker has the leg. I mean, that would be pretty skinny close to a 50-yarder.
Yeah, that's a great
and you know, if you punt, it goes in the end zone, you're netting like 12 yards. So probably you just throw it deep and just kind of see what happens here.
A receiver on each side of the field for the Warriors. Once again, quarterback is a sophomore quarterback, number 24, Keyshawn Ben, does have Dryad Jimmy to his left. And quarterback looking to his left, looking to go deep, and he undershoots his intended receiver. And cornerback Landon Vaughn right in the pocket of that receiver.
Absolutely, looking around, no flag, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. West Lauderdale's going to take over 1st and 10 on their own, 32, I believe?
And the first drive, of course, if you're just now joining us, the Knights 7, Warriors 0, 4:07 remaining here in the first quarter. The first drive for the Knights, they had a lot of different personnel changes in there. They had Landon Vaughn come in as quarterback. They had Brett Busby come in as quarterback. They even had Jordan Gowdy come in as running back. Their second drive, Mac Jones, freshman quarterback, took the reins. And let's see what we have here. Now, it looks like we have number 12 coming back into the game here for the Knights, as once again they are 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line. He has Caleb Collins to his right and a tight receiver bunch to the right side of the line as well. And that basically means blockers for Landon Vaughn. He's to the 35 to the 40 and looks to be enough for a first down. The pile is still moving toward the 45, but that is definitely enough for a first down. His helmet comes off.
Yeah, they're going to work him down right on the 45, so he picked up about 13 yards. But you're right, Lee, the helmet comes flying off, so had been sent in a new quarterback, and I believe Brett Busby is going to be the one they send in to take the snap on this play.
So this is the second time when Busby has come into the game that Jordan Gowdy is next to him. So we're seeing a little Same thing here.
I mean, very similarly.
Brett Busby is going to take it himself, and lead blocker is Jordan Gowdy, and Jordan's right there to help Busby get an extra yard as he gets about 2 yards shy of a first down into Warrior territory.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest. We called it on Choctaw. I'll say it here. I'm kind of surprised West Lauderdale didn't need a flag just then, because it looked like Gowdy might have started a little bit early from that running back spot. But that happens when you have a player who doesn't play a position being forced into a new role because of injuries.
Look at this pistol formation. Mac Jones will hand it off to Jordan Gowdy. Jordan Gowdy, the 45. Jordan Gowdy just blows his shoulder. Wow, I don't know if I'd want to be in the way of that shoulder.
Absolutely.
Inside the 40 to the 39, 38-yard line.
All right, so I'm about to get a little old for some of our listeners. When I look at Gowdy running, I think
another handoff to Gowdy. Goes inside around the 35-yard line.
Do you remember the player that used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the day?
The Bus.
I was going to say the Fridge.
Oh, no. That was Chicago.
Was it Chicago?
Yeah.
Was it William Perry? Was it Perry?
That was Chicago.
Yeah, see, that's what I think of. I mean, that dude was massive.
I don't know if he's that big, but I can say the Bus. I really can see it as a Bus.
That was Jerome Bettis right there. Maybe that's what I was thinking when I said Pittsburgh.
Luke going in motion, jet sweep to the far side. He's into the 35, and he gets swung backwards. He got to about the 32-yard line? About 3 yards?
Yeah, you're gonna be short, probably 3 or 4 yards. But good job by Cooper Luke to work his way, and he's coming up.
I think
limping.
He hit hard on that right side of his hip. So
they're gonna
see where we go with him. I mean, we need him.
Yeah,
especially on his right hand side, that right hip. That's gonna take a lot of that kicking leg out of him as well. Landon Vaughn in the quarterback position. 3rd down, 4 to go. Caleb Collins with the handoff comes this near side, 30-yard line, and he gets the first down after being pulled from behind. He gets near the 20, around the 21-yard line. 25-yard line. 26 is where they'll spot the ball, so that's enough for a first down for the Knights as they continue to move into Warrior territory.
Yeah, what you have here, Lee, and I don't know if we've talked about it or not, but this is what you call a survival game.
Mm-hmm.
When you're this beat up on injuries this late in the season, man, you're just hoping to survive the night with a W, and that's why we see so many different packages of offensive and defensive skill position players. Is your handoff to Caleb Collins, and he's going to get down inside of the 20, going to be in the red zone for the second time tonight for the Knights. Strong run, or maybe they're going to mark him right on the 20 now that I look at it. But still, that's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Oh, well, they just pulled the marker back beyond it, so 2nd down and 5.
Well, a win tonight would definitely get you at least, you're competing for second place. Kosciuszko is still 2-1 as well, but you've got a leg up on Kosciuszko.
You won the heads-up game.
Landon Vaughn will take the snap, go to the far side after getting a crease. He should have just taken that first open lane, shouldn't he?
Yeah, because I'm not really sure where he was trying to bounce it outside, but good job by Choctaw to close the end, not let him get around. They're going to mark him down for about a 1-yard gain to bring up 3rd down and a long 3.
Going back to the determination a couple of plays ago with Caleb Collins, and we'll go back even a further few plays ago where Caleb just drug along a couple of defenders. Caleb, this is a game where he might need to maybe take that next step.
Well, they brought him off and brought in Jordan Gowdy into the running back spot.
We need short yardage here. 3rd down, long 3 to go as Jordan Gowdy leads the way, but Landon Vaughn with the quarterback keeper. Another helmet comes off, but a first down is made inside the 15-yard line. That's Jordan Gowdy's helmet.
So Collins checking back in as Gowdy has to run off due to losing his helmet for at least one play. But, yeah, strong running by Landon Vaughn to pick up the first down inside of the 15, maybe right on the 15-yard line.
I'm not saying that Caleb is struggled by any means, but this may be the game where, okay, Jackson has had to come out. I may need to step up my game now, and he's proven that. I mean, he may not have the tons of yards in these first few plays, but he's showing the determination of not going down after the first, and he'll get the handoff here. And makes a guy miss, makes another guy miss inside the 10-yard line, gain of about 5, but just like that, making guys miss and getting the extra yardage that is available to him. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-0 as the Knights are threatening again. Once again, inside the 10-yard line is 2nd down and 5 to go as they swap sides of the field. We're going to take a step aside as well. 7-0 as the first 12 minutes are in the books here at the Kingdom on Q101.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today.
Addison Cornish, Lily K. Joyner, William Kane, Carolyn Walker, Jenna Shirley, Brooklyn Harbor, Samaya Cole, Cameron Wilby, Lauren DuPont, Courtney Lewis, Carson Mott, Anna Kate Humphreys, and Emma McNeil. Those are the softball players for West Lauderdale High School this year. Give it up for the softball players.
The Knights on their third drive, threatening here on 10-yard line is where they're located, on Choctaw Central 10-yard line. Rock you like a hurricane.
5 points if you know who that's by without looking.
Scorpion.
I feel like you already looked.
Scorpion?
Yeah, this is Scorpions, yes.
Look at here. All right, I formation.
Power.
Busby going in under. No, that's Mac Jones. I'm sorry. Gives the ball to Jordan Gowdy. Jordan's inside the 5-yard line. No, he gets into the end zone. What about that determination?
That is
second and 5 from the 10-yard line, and Gowdy just kind of lowers his shoulder and says, "I'm going all the way, guys."
I love a strong power I running game, and that's exactly what we saw there. He's able to run through tackles. I mean, he was wrapped up a couple of different times and able to fight through for the touchdown to make it a 13-0 lead. Extra point pending by Cooper Luke here.
Hunter Moore, your snapper. Did it get in there? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I couldn't get the number. Was that Hayes Nance was the holder? Or was that No, that was Landon Vaughn as the holder. So the extra point is good. We'll stay here in action. So first couple of drives, or first 3 drives for the Knights, you got one that kind of stalled a little bit. What do you think so far? I mean, this is a, they've had a few days to think about this, but not many as far as getting the information back from Jackson Parker, not going to be able to play, may not even be able to play next week, and then having to implement these guys into the offensive formations. They haven't had time to put this in, and they look like they're not missing a beat.
I mean, you're seeing different packages as far as different personnel, different players coming in playing different positions, but as far as the complexity of the playbook, I mean, it's pretty much we're going to run the ball, try and stop me. If I have to throw it, I will, but I'm not going to if I can get away with it. I mean, we've seen, different runners, Brett Busby, Landon Vaughn, Caleb Collins, Jordan Gowdy. We just saw him punch it in. Cooper Luke on a couple of bend arounds. So we've seen 5 different guys carry the ball. So they are trying to throw as much misdirection and confusion potentially toward Choctaw that they can. But honestly, I mean, we're going to run the ball. So stop us if you can. And we've seen Choctaw stack 9, 10, 11 guys in the box at times and not have a whole lot of success of stopping the run.
I think, I'm not taking anything away from Mac. And Mac is going to come into his own. But I guess his kickoff goes into the end zone for another touchback. But Brett Busby has some quarterback history and throwing the ball history as well. So I think if you do decide to throw the ball, which you may not have to, why do it if you don't have to? But I think if anybody's going to be out there throwing the football, it's probably going to be Brett.
And I feel like we have to mention this as well for people listening in and maybe didn't know this. I mean, we are short now our first and second string quarterbacks.
Yeah, Ridge Brown, of course, broke his collarbone way back earlier in the season.
Game 2 maybe?
I know it was here.
Yeah, but either way, so that's why we're short.
There's Keyshawn Ben takes the ball himself and goes off to that far side for about 2, maybe 3-yard pickups.
Yeah, and so that's why you're saying why are we having to play these different positions? Well, our second-string quarterback for the last 6 games has been Mac Jones, and Max he's done fine. But it's like you said, he's a young quarterback, and just trying to get some guys in there with a little more game experience at this point, and doing an outstanding job of controlling the tempo on offense and having already punched it in for 2 touchdowns.
Jimmy with the direct snap, and the ball is going to go inside the 10, and he's going to be corralled. Careful not to get a face mask there. It was close, but he's going to be tackled inside the 5-yard line. I was actually we have a screen in here that shows us video footage of the game, and I was actually looking at the guy right next to Jariah Jimmy, number 44. That's a big boy. You talk about the bus a few moments ago. That looked more like Refrigerator Perry that was next to him.
Man, I'm so disappointed in myself saying Pittsburgh and not Chicago.
You should.
I know.
So it's going to be 3rd down.
Ooh. Yes, sir. Mean Joe would do it as well.
Mean Joe.
Yeah, he was Pittsburgh.
You're talking about Joe Green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Third down, and I can't count that high.
Yeah, we're going to say
26,
third down.
27. Yeah. Ball is dry. Jimmy looking to air it out, and it's a wounded duck, and it's going to be intercepted by Landon Vaughn to the 25, to around the 23-yard line. That's his third interception. We were talking about interceptions the other day for Landon Vaughn, how many that he's had that's been negated due to maybe a penalty or maybe not even seen as a completed or intercepted pass, excuse me.
Well, what we saw there was an offense who understood that they were, second down and a quarter mile, and just said, hey, throw it up. If it's intercepted, it's the equivalent of a punt anyways. And that's exactly, what happened. And Landon Vaughn being the fortunate player there in position to make the interception. A short, return, but able to give us an outstanding field position.
Mac Jones, quarterback. Caleb Collins, your running back, and he'll get the handoff and tries to cut directions and got not much there, but this is the fourth drive of the night for the Knights. Second drive in Warrior territory, this time deep into the Warrior territory, around the 20. They're currently located after that 1-yard gain on the 22-yard line. So second down, 9 to go. 10:05 remains here in the first half. West Lauderdale 14, Warriors 0. And a pistol formation with Mac Jones, your quarterback. Caleb Collins is your running back.
Mac Jones has tried that patented Jackson Parker hard count, unable to get anybody to jump on that one. But
they'll move Caleb Collins to the right side now, and he'll get the handoff. And he gets a little bit of running room to the 20, inside the 20 to the 15, inside the 15 to near that first down marker.
I believe he's going to have the yardage there. Great cut there, immediately recognizing the open lane. The ball was intended, and they are moving the chain, so that is a first down. But he was intended to go, toward the left side of that line, and recognized an open lane there, middle right, and picked up, needed 9, picked up 9.5.
So I formation once again as Mac will go under center. Hunter Moore and Caleb Collins are your backs, and give that ball to Caleb Collins. Goes right up the middle, inside the 10, around the 9, maybe around the 9-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to give him credit down to the 9, so it's going to be a 4-yard gain. Good call on that, Lee. But, yeah, I don't know that we've seen the power eye very often this season so far. Haven't really had to use it, but, they are not hiding it at all. We are going to run it down your throat, and good luck stopping us. And if you can pick up, 3, 4, 5 yards to carry, what's the old saying, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, eventually leads to a touchdown.
2nd and 6, Mac under center, power eye. Once again, Caleb Collins with the handoff, comes to this near side, inside the 5, and touchdown, West Lauderdale. 9-yard touchdown run for Caleb Collins.
All right, watch the replay here, Lee. I'm pretty sure that was a tight pitch. That wasn't even a handoff.
No.
That's a dangerous pitch, but great job. Yep, a little toss.
Oh, and there was a kid in the back.
That's
there
what
too.
I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That could have gone either way, but outstanding job by Mac Jones to put it where it had to be. Great job by Collins.
And we'll paint the picture real quick as we have the extra point here from Cooper Luke. The defender was in the backfield, could have easily snatched that out of the air and taken that probably to the house if he would have.
But you know what? Extra point good. 21-0 right now.
21-0, and it is 8:48 remaining here in the first half. We will be back here on Q101.
Hey, I'm Kirsten Lee, graduate of West Lauderdale and contract specialist for Senior Benefit Marketing. We at Senior Benefit Marketing have a combined 40 years experience in the senior market for life and burial insurance. We would love the opportunity to customize a policy just for you. Or maybe you're looking for a career option. We are always looking for people to join our winning team. Please visit our website at www.seniorbenefitmarketing.com. Go Knights!
Ready to kick the ball off. There's your high end over end kick. It's going to be returnable, though. It's going to be taken on about the 6-yard line. Brought out to the 20, 25. Going to be tackled right around the 30-yard line by a host of Knight players there. So great job to contain them there, where Choctaw will take over 1st and 10 right on the 30-yard line. So if you're just joining us, just jumping onto the YouTube live stream, onto the radio, we have it's been pretty much all night so far, as the Knights are leading 21-0. And again, if you were just joining with us, the Knights having to deal with all kind of injuries on the offensive, defensive side, been able to run the ball pretty effectively without their starting quarterback in the game tonight.
This last drive for the Warriors, Jariah Jimmy was able to take a snap, and I believe it'll be sophomore quarterback number 24, and almost picked off by Jack Davidson, but that allowed the receiver to break free to make the reception, number 18, and he turns into a big game. Braylon McMillan will get into night territory, and this is the second time of the night for the Warriors to get into night territory, but the first time they were not able to move the football once getting into the night territory. But
yeah, the first time that, was that when the long snap went backwards on them and just shot themselves in the foot. The Knights able to take advantage of those mistakes, but
that's going all or nothing. I'm not making fun of Jack Davidson just a few moments ago, but he went for the football, but that's leaving the receiver wide open there to make a big game.
Yeah, absolutely, and I believe we're going to have a timeout here. That's going to be timeout Choctaw Central here.
We're going to stay here in action as, once again, the Knights have a 21-0 lead over the Choctaw Central Warriors. And takeaway last year, the Knights really have been stingy against the Choctaw Central Warriors. Go back to last year, 43-21, but 2 years straight, the Knights defeated the Warriors and did not allow anything. 40-0 and then 29-0 in 2019. Then you go back to 2014, the previous time that the Knights were able to play the Warriors. And look at this, 35-7. 40-7 back in 2013, and then a couple of goose eggs as well. 2004, 2003, 31-0, 28-0. If you were the West Lauderdale Knights and Choctaw Central Warriors, it's like same old, same old.
Yeah, I mean the defense, for the past 2 decades, basically, outside of last year giving up 21. If I remember correctly, 21 points came. A lot of that came in garbage time whenever we had second, third stringers, but. Choctaw ready coming out of the timeout.
Hand off to Jariah Jimmy. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. If I'm not, please forgive me. About a 3-yard gain for Jariah Jimmy.
I think it's pronounced Jemai.
I don't see an M in there anywhere. Jeriah.
Jariah. So that is going to be second down to 7 for the Warriors on the West Lauderdale 35-yard line. 2 receivers split far to the left, none here on the near side on our side.
It's a pistol formation as well. Jariah Jimmy hands it off. Keyshawn Ben hands it off to Jariah Jimmy. Look at Jimmy go all the way into to around the 25-yard line. That's definitely enough for a first down for the Warriors.
The funny thing, I'm sitting there looking at the roster. He's not even listed as a running back.
Which that's kind of surprising. And I've seen I've seen him able the number 24, the talent that he has, but I've also seen what Jariah Jimmy has been able to show us in airing the ball out. Here's pistol formation once again as Keyshawn Ben will hand it off to Jimmy. Goes off to that far side, inside the 20, still on his feet, inside the 15. And undoubtedly they're finding a hole there somewhere against the Knights defense.
But I believe that was Lyndon Vaughn coming up again with the tackle, and we talked about this earlier. Anytime you've got your defensive backs that are going to be bringing down your running back, it's not good news for the defense because that means they're 6, 7, 8 yards or more past the line of scrimmage, and we saw that as well. It's going to bring up first and 10 for the Warriors on the night. What's that, the 13-yard line?
Mm-hmm. Another pistol formation. Hands off to Jimmy again. He's, why try to fix something that's not broken? Only minimum gain there. They were looking for that. The Knights defense, second down and 9, I believe.
Yeah,
they got at least 1 yard out of it.
Yeah, he got met on the spot. I believe that was Jake Rogers, linebacker, first one to meet him in the hole. And no, they're going to mark him for down for no gain, still on the 13-yard line.
No gain on the play, second down and 10.
Second down, 10 to go as the Warriors deep into Knights territory, down by 21-0, the Knights lead. Keyshawn Ben looking to pass, got a receiver and overshoots his intended receiver. Bring up third down and 10.
We were just talking about this in the break, Lee. I mean, that's only like the 4th or 5th pass that's happened the entire game. 2 teams combined.
Both teams, yeah.
And again, it's you look at the stats. Choctaw doesn't throw the ball a whole lot to begin with. West Lauderdale, you're rocking like a 4th string quarterback at this point. So you don't expect this to be a high-flying, game, airing the ball out a whole lot.
Got two receivers on the far side, one to this near side. Quarterback Keyshawn Ben, and he'll look to throw. Makes the completion to Jimmy, and Jimmy will squeeze into the end zone for a Warrior touchdown. That was a nice little run and find Jimmy there in the open, and Jimmy was able to just lean forward, get into the end zone.
Absolutely. That's just a simple run-pass option where he was scrambling off to the right, and if the lane was there, he could run it himself, but you had an open receiver able to hit him for a touchdown. Are they going to go for two here?
I see a tee that's being brought on the field.
No, so yeah, they are going to kick it.
Number 40 is your kicker, and his name is Gage Lewis.
Sounds like a football player.
Gage, number 22, your holder. In the snap, low snap, and nothing, nobody there to throw it to. I think he just did that out of desperation, right?
Yeah, that's one of those. I remember playing high school football in fire. What's the command?
Yeah.
Somebody starts screaming fire, that means just block whomever you can find.
5:43 remains here in the first half. 21-6. The Knights have a 2-touchdown lead. We'll be back on Q101.
Hi, I'm Kirsten Lee, graduate of West Lauderdale and contract specialist for Senior Benefit Marketing. We at Senior Benefit Marketing have a combined 40 years experience in the senior market for life and burial insurance. We would love the opportunity to customize a policy just for you. Or maybe you're looking for a career option. We are always looking for people to join our winning team. Please visit our website at www.seniorbenefitmarketing.com. Go Knights!
Kingdom. 5:43 remains here in the first half. The Knights lead 21-6, but an impressive drive from the Choctaw Central Warriors. It was led by Jariah Jimmy, who does kickoff duties as well. There's a kickoff to the 20. It brings it back to this near side. I believe that is number 6, Q-Bar T, who had an outstanding run back the first kickoff return of tonight. Got it all into Warrior territory, but this time not so much to the Knight 25-yard line. The Knights, this is their 5th drive of the game.
Yes. I was counting on my fingers.
Need to use that thumb. There's the thumb, a finger. 5:39 remains here in the first half. Got a plethora of backs in the backfield for the Knights. Mac Jones, guess who's behind him? That's Brett Busby, and he'll get the handoff. Busby comes, he's all the way to the 32-yard line. That's a nice gain for first down, right?
Absolutely. Strong run, great first down carry, bringing up second down and 3. Anytime you can bring up third down and minimal third down and short yardage, it really opens up the playbook. However, in our current situation, the playbook being wide open is who's going to run the ball where.
Right. Mac Jones and then Caleb Collins will get the handoff to this near side. Not much there. I believe they knew, or they felt like they knew what was coming, and they were right there in the way of Caleb Collins. Going to be a third down, 1 to go for the Knights. You don't want to get the ball right back to Choctaw Central because as the night began, the Knights received the football in the first half, so the Warriors will receive the football in the second half. Therefore, you can't allow, they've got a little momentum. You can't allow them to get right back in this game. You got to keep that pedal to the metal. Caleb Collins once again a carry, and he comes this near side and breaks open free to the 40, 45, and 46-yard line.
Gage Lewis there to bring him down, or to force him out of bounds, I guess I should say. But yeah, that's going to be a strong, a third down and short way to pick up the first down when you had to have it run by Caleb Collins. Gage Lewis, 2 consecutive tackles. He was one of the ones that met Collins in the hole on that second down run. So he's kind of all over the field right now. But that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Knights on their own 45-yard line.
Landon Vaughn is in at quarterback. Quarterback keeper goes that far side being corralled, and Landon does this just as good as he can just to get the minimum game that he's got. He actually turned in quite a bit and he was stopped in the backfield, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's one of those you're just glad to see the ball marker moving forward. But, yeah, that very easily could have gone for a loss of 2 or 3 as a result of what we just saw.
I got to be careful. We got to be very careful what we say about Landon Vaughn. You know why? He goes back and listens to these games. He's always telling me what I did right and wrong.
Hi, Landon.
Caleb Collins with a handoff, and he gets pushed back. It's going to be about a yard, maybe 2-yard loss.
Yeah, that was number 12 in the backfield that met our running back, 12 being. How do you pronounce that name? There's too many vowels.
Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, Jayon Johnson.
Well, if it had an S where the E is, it'd be Jayon.
It'd be Jason.
Well, that's what I meant, but that's what you get what I think. 3rd down, 8. Brett Busby with a carry. Brett is into Warrior territory, but not enough for a first down. It's going to be about 3, maybe 4 yards shy of a Knight first down. What do you do here? You got 3 minutes, 8 seconds left. You just had a Warrior team that got a touchdown and looked good doing it. So it's 4th down, 4 to go. You give the ball right back to them. Either way,
I think whatever you do, you milk the next 20 seconds and bring that play clock down to almost 0.
And then maybe take a timeout, huh?
Maybe try the hard count.
Busby is your punter as well, but he's going to take the run. He gets the Knight first down inside 40, 35, 30, inside the 30 to around the 29, 28-yard line.
Almost took out a referee there in the process. I don't know if you saw that,
but as you saw Brett lined up, he was a little bit further back than a normal shotgun. It made it kind of, I guess, visually maybe he would have made a punt. But given the right formation, I guess defensive formation, but he took that snap and took it quite a few yards to give the Knights first down. First down and 10 on the 28-yard line. That's Mac Jones back in the game. Hands off to Collins. Collins inside the 20 to near the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be back-to-back first down runs by the Knights. They're going to mark them down on the 15. So,
and if the Knights keep this up, think about, because they're swapping in and out. What's going to happen in the 3rd and 4th quarter? You're going to find a beat-up defense against the Choctaw Central Warriors, and you may be able to score at will.
Well, the biggest problem that I'm concerned about right now is, and this is Hayes Nance checking into the game as a running back now.
Pistol formation. Mac Jones just in front of Hayes. And Hayes will get the handoff, goes to that far side of that offensive line, gets a couple of yards, 3, maybe 4 yards, and we'll see where they mark it. It'll be 2nd down. But you're taking hit after hit after hit after hit as far as the defense. You got some of these defensive players playing all offense as well.
Yeah, but let's look at whom we have, playing quarterback, playing running back a lot. I mean, you've got, Landon Vaughn playing both ways. You've got Jordan Gowdy playing both ways. You've got Brett Busby playing both ways. So, there's a hard count.
Early movement will give the Knights an extra 5 yards.
But, that has to be a concern as well that, you are being forced to play a lot of these guys that maybe don't play as much both ways. So, hopefully, but you're right, we are able to rotate in so much on offense. Maybe you are able to preserve the legs in the second half as well.
1:23 remains here in the first half. 21-6 in favor of the Knights, and the Knights are threatening here inside the 10-yard line of the Warriors. 2nd down and 2 from the 8-yard line. Handoff goes to, was that Hunter Moore?
Yeah.
Hunter Moore inside the 5.
He was kind of in a fullback setting right there, so outstanding job and picking up the first down yardage.
Let me tell you about Hunter Moore. Hunter Moore is a junior, and they had a dance competition today during the pep rally. He got 2nd place. I don't know. I was saying he should have got first, but that joker could dance.
You know what my dad taught me growing up?
What's that?
2nd place. First loser.
That's right. 1st and goal from the 4. Mac Jones and your quarterback handoff. No, he'll quarterback keeper, and actually he's going to home that thing into the end zone, but overshoots his intended receiver, and that intended receiver is Gunnar Knapp.
He had him open. Knapp had gotten a step, but
you know what? I like that. I like giving him a shot. He's going to have to throw the ball sooner or later. You got to give him some confidence.
And anytime you have 1st and short, 1st and goal, 1st on the 4-yard line, it gives you the confidence to kind of open up the playbook a little bit because you know that you've still got 3 more chances in short yard situations.
Here you go now. Handoff to Collins. Collins right up the middle. Another touchdown for Collins will extend the Knights' lead. 27-6. 47 seconds left here in the first half.
So that was an outstanding job by the Knights, just to milk a whole lot of clock on that drive to leave Choctaw with basically nothing left. to end the half as the extra point is pending. Snap, good hold. Oh,
yeah. Did it get hit?
I don't think so. I think he about killed one of those offensive linemen on that. That was a low shot.
27-6 remains the score. 47 seconds left here in the first half. We'll be back on Q101.
Hey, I'm Kirsten Lee, graduate of West Lauderdale and contract specialist for Senior Benefit Marketing. We at Senior Benefit Marketing have a combined 40 years experience in the senior market for life and burial insurance. We would love the opportunity to customize a policy just for you. Or maybe you're looking for a career option. We are always looking for people to join our winning team. Please visit our website at www.seniorbenefitmarketing.com. Go Knights!
What are we playing now? Cumbersome.
Yes.
Man, I think I was a DJ for a few years.
Kick it off.
Kick the loop. Hits it over the leather. Already done that a few times. Line, drive, kick going into the end zone for another touchback.
He kicked that one like he was angry at himself over the extra point.
I think he was. He might have been. But you know what? He did have that hip. He came down on that hip hard earlier tonight. I don't know if that's affecting him at all either, because he was pretty much catering to that for the first few minutes after that play.
Yeah, as it stands, 21-6 here deep in the second quarter, almost done with the first half. Knights able to impose their will on offense and defense for a majority of the night. So what do you do coming out, at this point for Choctaw? Do you basically just, run the ball if you be willing to take a 21-point deficit into the locker room, or do you try to air it out a little bit? You got a couple of timeouts.
That's right. You got sophomore quarterback that makes the pitch off to that far side of the football field. Not quite sure he got the first down.
All right, so what you see there is Q Barty, I believe, on the tackle, and that is Barty recognizing the situation, understanding the assignment, if you will, for all of our younger listeners out there.
He keeps doing that. Barty's going to pick one out of the sky.
Not going for the interception, understanding the situation, with the time, not saying it's not worth it.
Right. And they're taking a timeout on the field. We'll stay here in action, but the more that Barty sees a football thrown his way, the more that he is able to, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, he understood that there was less than 30 seconds in the half, knowing that, okay, if he jumps around and gets the interception, that's awesome, but if he misses it,
taking it to the house.
Yeah, I mean, then you've given up an interception in the last minute of the first half, or at a touchdown when you didn't have to. So Barty playing smart, selfless football there, not being selfish, but understanding the situation and being willing to just make the tackle and let the clock keep running.
What about a season, though, he's had?
Oh, yeah, I mean, how many interceptions does he have so far? He's got 4. Yeah, doing an outstanding job. Speaking of interceptions, did you watch the Saints play last night?
No, I did not.
Andy Dalton throwing 2 pick sixes at the end of the first half.
Right, and they had a lead. The Saints had a lead at that point.
Yeah, they didn't after that.
Yeah. I'd probably ruffle up some feathers if I say what I really thought about the Saints. But
I had
two receivers to the far side, one to this near side, second down, and Jared Jimmy airs it out. You see another interception, Landon Vaughn. Wow. How much air did he get under that?
Absolutely.
Intended receiver was number 24, I believe. That was Keyshawn Bean.
Yeah, great job by Landon Vaughn going up and meeting the ball at the highest possible point.
Landon's had 2 interceptions tonight, playing both sides.
Very similar passes both times. Just he's rocking the belt right now.
Mm-hmm.
Got that turnover championship belt. So the same question, you've got, 20 seconds left?
20 seconds.
And do you have all 3 timeouts? 2 timeouts, does that matter? I mean, do you try to let Mac Jones, who's coming out as quarterback in this drive, do you tell him
he had an arm on him the first play last week when he came in from Jackson Parker, but they're gonna hand the ball to Collins, and Collins going to go to that far side, probably playing it safe here.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him credit for a 1-yard gain, and that's most likely going to be the last play of the first half. Yeah, they're bringing the team off, so that's going to be it.
Well,
no, they called a timeout.
Out. One more play. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. No, they're going to let it go on down.
So that's going to be the first half there.
Well, we had a lot of questions as we began 24 minutes ago. As far as on the field, we had a lot of questions of how this offense would look without Jackson Parker, but it has not disappointed as the Knights have done a lot of switching and done a lot of different stuff on offense, and has been able to really have their way with the Choctaw Central Warriors tonight. Well, only one drive. Well, now I guess you would say 2 drives now that did not produce points here for the Knights. Of course, this one just because of time. The first one, the Knights just couldn't get much going, but that was the only drive that did not produce points here for the West Lauderdale Knights. So had a good output for the offense, and defensively, outstanding job. So we'll continue this story to talk about the halftime show. Of course, the halftime show. Yes, sir?
No, go ahead.
Being brought to you by Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat, as well as Shane Haygood, your Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance Agent. 27-6 is the halftime score. We'll be back after we're hearing from our very, very great sponsors of West Lauderdale football here on Q101.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today.
I did mention the meal rest.
Good evening. Now, taking the field, your state championship bound Mighty Knight Marching Band. The 2022 West Lauderdale Marching Band brings you the story of Beethoven's immortal ballad. Join us tonight as we trace the tale through Beethoven's own words.
Where I am, you are with me. You suffer, you, my dearest creature.
Let's hear it again for your state championship bound Mighty Knight marching band. You may help the Mighty Knight marching band in their state championship trip by buying a ticket at the 50-50 raffle table. The winning ticket will be drawn at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Go wherever they put me.
Doing a great job, Tony.
Good dance to the front. We tell her to grab my jacket when she goes down there to bring it back. Yeah, my jacket out of my truck. Here it comes. Y'all know what Dave did to me? You know what Dave did to me? You know when I was going in the center right there, he looked at me and we were talking back and forth. So I got down there and I walked down right there and Mark was down there and I put small walked on the store run. I got around that curve right there. He was over there looking at me, so you go on? And I looked at him and went, I was trying to say, how in the world did he beat me over there? But man, and then he went, he took out running. He got right there. He took out running. And when I was like, I know I just saw him up in the face. It messed me up. But yeah, he was trying to keep him breathing, man. He was like, are you going to order? And then I looked at him and he goes, I get that winner, girls. The only way he could have got over for me is if he jumped the fence and went across the field right there. And I'm thinking, if he jumped that fence, he could have got that field. I get to that fence for the first round. I get to the outside back. Something retired. They retired.
As I recall, the Knights won the toss and took the football to start the game, so the Ramblers should have it to begin the second half.
So do not tell me that a zebra cake is the same as a Christmas tree cake.
You love a zebra
Now,
cake.
I like
John Dufour is coming in here to.
Now, I've not said once that I don't like a zebra cake. I respect it for what it is.
So you're
different.
you're here telling me that if you were blindfolded, you could tell the difference between eating
you bring one of each next week. There's your challenge.
Well, you already told me that you had a box, and you didn't prove to me tonight that you had a box. You didn't bring it.
Look on Facebook. The proof is there.
No, come on now. I can go and take a picture of a box.
All right, I'll send you another picture tonight. But I'm not bringing the Christmas tree cake up here.
We'll have a 3. Yeah, we'll do a taste test. Be glad to have a taste test.
We'll do our version of the Pepsi challenge next week.
He said he's a zebra guy.
I heard him. I'm choosing to ignore that.
Uh-huh. All right, once again, halftime being wrapped up here, and thank you very much to our halftime sponsors, Will Sweat, Alpha Insurance Agent Shane Higwood, Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance Agent. Knights have a 27-6 advantage getting into the third quarter. Don't forget, the Knights did win the coin toss, elected to receive the first half. Therefore, the Warriors will get the football to begin the second half. The Warriors were able to move the ball a little bit against the Knights defense, but the Knights defense, of course, did the bend, don't break. action quite a bit. The Warriors actually shot themselves in the foot on one of those particular occasions. A high snap went over the quarterback's head, and the Knights defense was able to corral them. And we get some. Are we getting some zebra cake and Christmas tree cake?
Yeah, I mean,
feedback.
I've never been this popular in my life. Apparently, people are listening, and if you have my number or Facebook friendship, I'm being assaulted on all fronts of people who are either agreeing or disagreeing with me.
Here you go. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there on West Lauderdale Knights football page's Facebook page. You can search for that, and you can leave comments under there if you want to see, to make your voice heard, whether or not, or Q101. You can put it on Q101's Facebook page as well.
Hey, Lee.
Yes, sir.
I love the conversation, but I think we're about to kick off the second half.
Cooper Loop about to put total leather. You turn that light off on.
Absolutely.
All right, here's kickoff. Once again, it had a few touchbacks. This one's not going to quite make it up to the 12-yard line, 15, 20, 25-yard line. It gets corralled and saw that head move backwards. I was hoping it was not going to be a face mask, but I don't believe it was.
No, he had him by the now it was upper part, but he had him by the shoulder pads by the jersey. So good, clean tackle. Oh, man, who was that? Was that number? Who was it that returned the kick? I didn't catch the number. I think it was 12. Either way, one of the more impressive kickoff returns I've seen, not like in the run or avoiding tackle, but he literally caught that in the air off his shoelaces. I mean, reached down, picked it up. That could have gone bad for Choctaw had he, mishandled it that low, running full speed. But outstanding job on the return there to bring it out to almost the 30-yard line, or right at the 30 for Choctaw to start their drive.
Keyshawn Ben, number 24, is your quarterback, and he will take a quarterback keeper because that far side. He's got some open running room to the 40, midfield. 45, nobody's going to get him. Landon Vaughn might have a chance, but nope, he's going to take it to the house, 70 yards out. First play from scrimmage here at the second half, and the Warriors have eat into the Knights' lead by 6. 27-12. Wow, he's fast.
Yeah, he had a crease on the left side of that offensive line, able to, like I said, just find the open field. And you're right, whenever he got that, Landon Vaughn tried to have a little bit of an angle, but there was just too much speed in that runner, and Vaughn just never really had a chance at it.
Number 22 is your holder. That's Tayton Stokes. Number 40 is your kicker, Gage Lewis.
Yep, Gage.
Missed the extra, well, actually missed the snap earlier to negate their extra point attempt, and this one's blocked big time and able to pick it up, but you're not able to return it, right? Nope.
No, they're going to blow it dead. You can't return it like that.
Well, the Knights will get the football here after we take a 30-second break. 27-12 is the score in favor of the Knights. We'll be back on Q101.
Christmas cake say the same thing.
Nope. We will talk about that. We're definitely talking about that.
I disagree with it. I don't know. I need to know what your source is.
Take the sugar off, you got a zebra cake.
So, all right, hey, Lee.
Welcome back.
We're going to jump into this right quick.
All right.
I have a trivia question for you.
Okay.
We just saw an extra point blocked, and it made me think of this. What is there are two ways to score 1 point in football. What are they? One of them is obvious.
The extra point.
Yeah, that's the obvious answer, just kicking the extra point.
Are you going to tell us the second time?
This is the yeah, I will. You want the answer?
I'll give up, yeah.
All right, so a safety on a 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
That is, you don't get 2 points for a safety in that situation. The defense would only get 1 point. Now, that's not returning it. If you fumble and pick it up and run the other direction, that's 2 points.
All right, onside kick attempt here for the Warriors, and the Knights were able to corral. Smart play from the Warriors there. I think it caught the Knights off guard a little bit, but the Knights was able to. Actually, they're gonna call it dead. Where? I'm not sure how that's possible, but maybe you can explain that. The Knights will take over on midfield.
The only thing that I can think of is it was touched first by
a Warrior.
By a Warrior.
Okay.
You can't just force it downfield.
Gotcha. Okay. But Knights will have great field position on midfield, just actually on their side, on their right-hand side from our vantage point of midfield, and they'll trot out Brett Busby. We'll get to that point in a little bit. I'd like to know more about that. 2 receivers to this near side. Brett Busby. No, I'm sorry, that's Landon Vaughn as your quarterback. Comes this near side, gets into Warrior territory to the 45, and gets hit hard there around the 43. I think he wanted to make the hit, but he ended up getting hit there a little bit too. But he gets a nice 7-yard gain, maybe 8-yard gain there for the. No, they're gonna call him 7-yard gain.
Yeah, actually, that was number 36, Andrelis Tubby, coming up and making a hard hit, forcing him out of bounds. But you're right. You had an offensive player and a defensive player both wanting to lay the wood down on the other guy, and I think it was
2nd down 3, low snap, but Landon Vaughn brings it back up to Caleb Collins, your ball carrier, inside the 40 to around the 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
All right, so I think I just discovered something, Lee, because when I asked you the question, I shouldn't have told the answer so quick. I've had a couple of people texting in saying they know the answer.
Should have your trivia.
What is it they do on college football, the SEC Game of the Week, the Aflac trivia question?
Okay, let's see. That's Landon Vaughn, quarterback keeper. Nice little step to the right. Did he lose the football there?
I don't believe so. I didn't see it go down. Yeah, they're going to mark it down second down for the Knights on the Choctaw 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4 to go. I believe they're going to make a personnel change. Landon's going to come out, as well as Caleb Collins, and Brett Busby and Jordan Gowdy will enter.
Choctaw
2nd down and 4 to go.
Choctaw also making some personnel changes. One of their guys lost a helmet, and I saw a couple other being subbed in as well. So
Brett Busby, low snap. He'll pick it up, though, and Landon somehow gets a couple of yards after. Could have been dangerous there after a little slow to pick up the football.
Yeah, what happens whenever you have the ball hit the ground like that, even if you're able to pick it up and you're no longer in danger of turning it over on the play, it throws the timing off because your offensive line, your lead blockers, your wide receivers that are out there blocking, they know how long they have to hold that block, and which you saw the result there is not as many yards as you should have been able to get.
3rd down and 3. Brett Busby definitely gets enough for a first down, gets near the 20-yard line, 21-yard line is where they'll mark him down. But the Knights continue to threat while we have this little time here. I do want to go back to this 1-point thing. Extra point, I see it, but you were talking about a safety, which is normally 2 points, so explain that again.
Yeah, what happens is if you're going for a 2-point conversion, and let's say the ball gets snapped way over your head, and we saw this with Mississippi State.
I got you now, yes.
Who were they playing
yes.
where the ball got kicked so far? This has been a few years ago. But
all right, pause.
Yeah.
Mac Jones back in the game. Pistol formation. Gowdy behind him. Gowdy gets the handoff inside the 20, inside the 15. Bulldozes over a Warrior. I believe that's your starting quarterback that Gowdy just ran over. He's going to be close to a first down. That's a 9-yard pickup. But so somebody going for us?
Yeah, so somehow you lose 98 yards going for a 2-point conversion.
Gotcha.
You got the ball in the other end zone. You get tackled for a safety. The defense doesn't get 2 points on the safety. They get 1 point.
Okay.
So
all right.
that is the only other way I believe that you can receive 1 point.
Mac Jones goes under center, I formation. Hunter Moore directly in front of Gowdy. Man, how about a backfield like that? Hunter Moore in front of Gowdy. That's an amazing backfield as far as stature.
Yeah. that is a,
It'll be enough for a first down.
What was it back in the 90s? The Wendy's commercials. Hey, where's the beef?
Yeah.
I found it.
Hunter Moore is a chunk, and Jordan Gowdy is a man beast.
Yeah. I'm not going to call him a chunk. He'll beat me up.
Here comes Landon Vaughn, and he'll hand the ball off to Collins. Collins comes to this near side to the 10, to the 5, and he loses his footing, or he'd have been in for another Knight touchdown, but they'll mark him down around the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be really close to another first down. I think they're going to mark him down somewhere around the 4. He needs to get to the, He needs to get to the 1 for a first down?
It's actually to the 3, so it'll be about 2 yards shy of a first down, but I think he kind of fumbled over his own feet there.
Yeah, that turf monster, the grass monster jumped up and grabbed him.
Might get another shot here as he remains in the game to the left-hand side of Vaughn. He'll get the handoff and doesn't quite get in. He may have gotten closer to the first down stick, but I don't believe he got it. He's going to be about a yard shy of a first down, so 3rd down and 1 from the 2.
Yeah, Collins jogging off the field now, but he just took a handoff, tried to go right up the middle, and there just wasn't a whole lot there. The defensive line had pinched down and said, we're not going to surrender the middle of the field. Mac Jones coming back in as a quarterback, and I believe that's Brett Busby jogging onto the field.
It's going to be another I formation with Hunter Moore right in front of Brett Busby. And Mac Jones goes under center from the 2-yard line. Hunter Moore, does he get in there? He definitely gets enough for the first down. Don't believe it.
Yes,
they're going to call him.
Yep.
2-yard touchdown run by Hunter Moore will extend the Knights' lead. 7:27 remains here in the third quarter. Knights 33, the Warriors 12. Of course, we started out the third quarter 27-6. 2 scores here on the first 2 drives of the third quarter. And extra point is good from Cooper Luke. We'll take a step aside and come right back for more West Lauderdale football action here on Q101.
Thank you to the teachers for encouraging me when I wasn't sure where to start, for seeing my potential even when I didn't, for inspiring me to reach farther and try harder.
Thank you, MCC. You helped me change my future.
Find your wings at MCC.
Lead over Choctaw Central. Choctaw Central, of course, coming in 4-3 on the season, 1-2 in region play. Knights 6-1 on the season, 2-1 in district play. A win tonight puts them in the driver's seat for second seed. And we didn't talk about this much as far as first round playoff action. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but we do want to kind of look into the future for a little bit. Here's a kickoff return going to come out from the 12-yard line up to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and near the 40, crosses the 40 to the 41. That's a nice run back from Choctaw Central. But the Knights, Region 4 4A, will be taking on, I'll tell you that right here, Region 3 4A, and we'll go over teams like that, like Senatobia, Clarksdale, Gentry, Yazoo City, and Greenwood are teams coming from Region 3 4A. So we'll talk more about that during the postgame show coming up tonight, being brought to you by Regions Bank. First down and 10 from their own 40. Choctaw Central moving left-right, high snap. The quarterback brings it out as Keyshawn Ben. He had a 70-yard touchdown run the previous drive, his previous play, but that one didn't get anything. Second down and 10.
Well, it's the same thing we were talking about on that last drive by West Lauderdale, where we had a couple of mishandled snaps, that kind of stuff, and that was a high snap, and that threw the timing off. And because of that, and the fact that West Lauderdale was shooting the gaps and able to get in the backfield quick, good job by the Choctaw Warrior quarterback to just be able to get back to the line of scrimmage. By the way, I got a response. Steven said, "You won't turn my mic on, and y'all won't look at me."
Steven Sullivan, your mic is on. So if you want to join us at any moment, you can chime in.
He was one of the guys texting in the answer to the question earlier. All right, we're going to have a timeout by Choctaw Central. Steven, we can hear you, brother.
No.
There we go. I got to turn that switch on first.
I mean, y'all call me a liar down here, so.
Answer to a question we've already answered.
Just answered it now, so it doesn't do me any good.
I think you're just kidding with us because, you were able to hear us. And
Yeah, it's easy to say you have the answer after I've given the answer.
Steven, sideline reporting, let's go to this real quick. I know we got a timeout right now, so we have time real quick. And you've been able to witness the action on the sideline as far as the football field, and we've had a lot of questions going on about the team as far as offensively and maybe defensively as well after the injuries last week. What's the team morale like as we are struggling with some of these injuries, but it doesn't look like we're struggling on the field?
Yeah, most of the guys are in pretty good spirits. I mean, you definitely have those who are, this kind of stinks to have these guys out, but they're all in good spirits and they're having fun.
All right, good deal. Second down 10 as the timeout has expired, and back on the football action. Here we go with number 2 is, I believe, number 2, Gerard Jimmy. He loses control of the football, and does he get back on it? Yes, he does. That will bring up third down 13. We've had a couple of here back-to-back problems with the snap, and that was just a low snap.
Yeah, that was good for Jimmy just to be able to regain control of that one. You can't really pin that one on him a whole lot. But, yeah, they surprisingly, you don't typically later in the season, barring injuries, you don't see this a whole lot because the quarterback, the center, they've got into a pretty good rhythm. But, yeah, we've seen this a little bit tonight where they've had a hard time corralling the snap, or the snap's been low, the snap's been far left, snap's been high. So good job just to be able to regain control there for Choctaw.
That's right. Jimmy's still in the game as the quarterback, senior quarterback, throwing it deep. He does have an arm on him, and QBRT and almost comes up with an interception. We talked about him prior to halftime about taking his shot, not taking his shot just a few moments ago before halftime, but now he had a shot to take one away there and make it 3 interceptions, or at least for the Knights, in tonight's ball game.
All right, so Choctaw sending in the personnel, it looks like, to punt the ball away, and you have to wonder whether or not they even considered, even with it being 4th and 14 on your own side of the 50, I mean, you're down by, 22?
But you also have had really one time that you were able to really take control of your offense. And here's Jariah Jimmy, end over end punt, maybe just letting it roll into around the 26-yard line.
That's exactly what they're doing. Landon Vaughn, he was there, just kind of looked like for emotional support. But that's going to be downed by the punt team. But, we talked about this earlier. Landon Vaughn, I don't think he's returned maybe a punt tonight. I mean, not tonight, this season. Jackson Parker typically going to be handling the punt return responsibilities, and with him banged up and out tonight, you got Landon Vaughn back there, a little bit inexperienced, a little bit, green on that.
While the offense is trotting their way out on the football field, I do need to remind you, especially if you're in the house, in the kingdom tonight, make sure you hit up our concession stand, help out the band boosters. Mr. Trey just bringing us up some nice food from the concession stand. I appreciate that, buddy.
Hey, thank you, my friend.
All right, Landon Vaughn, quarterback keeper, and he'll be tackled from behind. There'll be a loss on the play. No, I'm sorry, that was Cooper Luke. Cooper Luke. I just saw that 2 from the side, and but that's a loss of 5 yards on the play. So, can I eat a fry on the air?
I hope so, because I just did.
Yep, we got video footage of it too. Fries from the concession stand. Help out the band boosters.
Yeah, if you're one of those cool guys listening in the stands because you appreciate our commentaries, go spend a few bucks down there, support the band. Low snap.
Landon Vaughn digs it out and high steps over a defender and gets back up to the original line of scrimmage, plus a couple of more. Nice job, Landon Vaughn.
Yeah, great job. First off, corralling the snap, kind of a low snap, but we already talked about how that'll throw off the timing, throw off. Just kind of the flow of the play, but great job bringing in the snap, picking up positive yardage. And you're right, Lee, he had to hurdle over a couple of defenders there who were on the ground trying to bring him down. But yeah, good job to get out, turn that into a positive game, make it third down and 8, I believe.
34-12 is the score in favor of the Knights. Causes a few, I believe so. It looked to be. And he's got his flag in his hand, just won't throw it. There he goes. Finally throws it, the ref does, and should be a encroachment against the defense, so that'll give a few extra yards for the Knights. Or is it going to be against the offense here?
I'm going to be honest, I kind of thought it was against West Lauderdale.
It will be.
Yep.
Well, the initial motion from the defense, it made it look like it was going to go against the defense, but
yeah, that's going to turn a 3rd and 8 into a 3rd and 13 here for the offense. And, you've got an offense that is, nursing a 22-point lead here about, almost just over midway through the 3rd quarter. Again, no Jackson Parker, no first or second string quarterback. I'm not convinced you don't just, put the ball on the ground and get what you can. If you have to, punt the ball away and trust your defense.
3rd down 13. Landon Vaughn is the carrier here. Tries to make a couple of guys miss and gets back up to that original line of scrimmage, or close to it at least. And
he lost the ball there at the end.
See if the official will remain in the hands of West Lauderdale and bring in the punt team for only the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, the official definitely threw his beanbag down, but West Lauderdale able to regain control of the ball, the fumble, and going to punt the ball away here. Brett Busby back there to do the punting details.
Okay, the snap. Brett Busby once again standing at his 10, punting the ball away. Nice end-over-end punt. High, non-returnable. Going to take, however, a Choctaw Central bounce and close to around the 46-yard line of the Knights. So great field position for the Warriors, who are down 34-12 with 3:16 left here in the third quarter. We'll stay here in action. Once again, the Knights, just the second time this evening, have had to punt the football. So in a time where we question what were we in store for the offense, they've been able to move the football, but just shot themselves in the foot just a few moments ago with the illegal procedure penalty. First down and 10 from the Knight 46-yard line. Keyshawn Ben back in the game, and this will be a flag against the Warriors this time. Put them back on their side of the 50.
Yeah, that's just going to be a false start against the offense. So, you're just talking about, the false start hurting West Lauderdale on the offensive drive prior to this. Choctaw suffering from that same penalty, so that'll back them up behind the sticks, bring up first down at 15. Crossing midfield again, but the wrong direction. And we've already talked about this a couple times. Obviously you want to come out and put up as many points as you can, and win big if you can. But in a game where you're so decimated by injuries, you're in survival mode. You just want to come out with a win. So,
is there another flag?
Yep.
Is that going to be delayed game?
I believe so.
Yep.
No, false start. Yeah. Man, that was you don't typically see the false start from the back judge. But that was the referee behind the deepest defensive player through that one.
So bring up first down and 20 now as the Warriors on their own 44. Low snap, and the ball is still on the ground. He'll have to corral it back to the 30-yard line, and it's just going downhill for the Choctaw Central Warriors. They had the ball in the Knight territory on the Knight 46 and now find themselves on their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to bring up, I believe, first down and 24?
Sure.
No, further than that.
34.
Yeah, 34. Math is hard. Second down, I'm sorry, the fumble, you lose it down on that, obviously. So second down and 34 for Choctaw.
Knights defense going to try to pin their ears back on this one now. They're going to go deep. Number 24 with the pass incomplete. Going off to that far sideline. Number 23 was intended receiver, and that's Malachi Morris. I believe that was 23. Nope. I'm sorry. Number 22, and the intended receiver, Tayton Stokes, senior receiver.
So after the incomplete pass, brings up third down, and we'll just say 30-plus yards. So Choctaw doing everything they possibly can to shoot themselves in the foot on this drive. 2 different false start penalties, a big loss out on the fumble.
Hurry up offense here from Huddle, and quarterback Keyshawn Ben looking to throw deep. It's third down and 34. And was it not? This may be pass interference here.
That's got to be offensive pass interference. Landon Vaughn was in a position to get his third interception of the night.
I don't believe they're going to call it that, though. He's going to call defensive pass interference, I'm pretty sure here, but you're right.
Landon Vaughn became he was in the best position.
Yeah, they are going to call it offensive pass interference.
Go ahead and say it, Clint. Good eye.
Good eye.
Yeah, Brock Clay immediately declined that penalty to bring up fourth down and a quarter mile.
Almost had his third interception of the ball game.
And the only reason why he didn't was because the wide receiver, pulled his arm back. And let's be honest, probably not the worst play whenever you realize that the only chance anybody has to catch the ball is the defender, and he's in a position. But either way, Choctaw ready to punt the ball away. We got a stoppage of play.
Warriors had the football on the Knight 46. And I know I just said this, but now they're punting. Their punter, Jariah Jimmy, is standing at his own 16-yard line.
Well, I'm confused why the referee blew the ball dead and is having a conversation with the West Lauderdale coaches. Steven, if you've got something, man, feel free to chime in. All right, the ball's been, the whistle is blowing, the clock is live, and we are getting ready to punt the ball away now. Not really sure what that conversation was all about.
Coming after it. Almost got to it. High end-over-end punt, not returnable, as Landon Vaughn will allow this to run, and it hit a football play, hit number 1 for the Warriors around the 46-yard line. So how about that turn of events? The Warriors had possession of the football on the Knight 46-yard line as they began the drive, ended up punting inside their own 15,
yeah, that
or
was,
at least punting from their 15, and now the Knights have their football on their own 45-yard line.
So that was not a bad punt. That was a pretty good punt. The punt would not have gone for a first down. Where the punt is down is somewhere around the original line of scrimmage. So who do we got coming in? Mac Jones coming into place, quarterback for this drive.
Once again, the Knights lead 34-12, and here in 2 minutes, 13 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Mac Jones has handled the majority of the quarterback in the second half.
Hands off to Collins, who is led by Hunter Moore as a lead blocker and gets about 4 yards on first down, so second down and 6 to go.
It seems like they've settled into a little more traditional style offense with Mac Jones playing quarterback. Caleb Collins handled definitely a majority of the running back responsibilities this half.
Same formation. And Caleb Collins again with the handoff. Caleb gets a first down for the Knights as he crosses inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
Good job of the offensive line there to kind of clear open a hole for him. I'm not sure he was touched until he had picked up 5 or 6 yards already. So good job by the Knights to keep the ball going. First down in Choctaw Central territory.
Jones goes under center. Hunter Moore directly behind him. Caleb Collins directly behind Hunter. Mack look over his left-hand shoulder and get a play call from Daniel Knox. And hand it back up to Caleb Collins. A couple yard pickup. You remember the veer formation? I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah.
You got 2-back set and one on each, one on the left side, one on the right side. I love the veer formation.
I think they should bring it back, make it mandatory.
And a straight T formation.
Yeah.
Second down, 8 to go.
I was always a fan of that double wing.
Yep, we ran that quite a few years. Jordan Gowdy with a handoff inside the 40, inside the 35, near the 30. I think they're going to stop around the 31, 32-yard line.
But that's going to be enough for a first down, it looks like. Yep, moving the chains.
Jordan, of course, is a senior, and I remember watching him come in as a freshman. I'm like, who is that kid there? Oh, that's a freshman. What? Jordan Gowdy deep back for the Knights, and he'll get the handoff again. Gets inside the 30, inside there. He's going to take it to the house for a touchdown. Or is he going to say the ball came free at the 1?
They're going to say the ball was stripped.
They're going to say the ball was stripped at the 1-yard line. He looked like he crossed the end zone, the plane there.
I mean, we definitely didn't have the best angle on that one.
I'd like to see that on replay. I know we have a chance to see it up here in the booth, but
yeah,
that's.
So Jordan Gowdy breaks free and nobody touches him until he gets down to about the 1-yard line, and I don't think Gowdy realized there was somebody behind him because he was carrying the ball a little bit off to his side, and as a result, I mean, and let's give praise where praise is due. Good job by the Choctaw defender to track him down.
Not like he was celebrating.
No, not at all.
He was not doing a Leon Litt.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like that. He just, the defender didn't give up on it, tracked him down, punched the ball out there right before he crosses the goal line, and as a result, 1st and 10 for the Warriors of Choctaw on their own 4-yard line.
And think about it, he's got to get right back in the game, play linebacker, and he's got to be feeling defeated there after trying for a 30-yard touchdown run and getting right there at the 1 before being stripped. Now he's going to have to go back and play defense. High snap, quarterback takes it, brings it down, tried to Jordan Gowdy was back into the backfield to try to get a quarterback sack, couldn't quite get to him. Going to be about, 3 or 4 or 5-yard pickup for the quarterback?
Yeah, they're going to give him a 5-yard gain. They're going to mark it 2nd down and 5 from the 9-yard line. So good job to give yourself a little bit of breathing room by Choctaw, and that's going to be end of the third quarter. The score being West Lauderdale 34, Choctaw Central 12, and we will be back with you here at the beginning of the fourth quarter after this break. You seem like you had your mouth full.
I wish I could say if you're listening to us in the stand.
Drew Willis, Bo Bryan, Owen Shirley, Jed Calvert, Luke Brady, Carter Phillips, Braden Warren, Kate Boswell, Kate Peoples, Carter Horton, Jacob Wooten, Carson Smith, Ian Harrington, Matt Jones, Parker Lawson, Cooper Rayner, Hunter Russell, and Dolan Marshall. Those are the members of the West Lauderdale baseball team. Give it up for the baseball team. All right, folks, we have a number for the band 50-50 draw, the winning ticket number. Make your ticket out and look at it. The winning number is 315-737. 315-737.
Left here at the Kingdom in Collinsville as the Knights have a 34-12 lead over the Choctaw Central Warriors. I feel like I have to talk in between him singing. The Knights had a 27-6 advantage going into halftime, and two straight scores, one on each side of the football here for the Warriors and the Knights, and that happened quick into the third quarter, but no scoring since. And here is the Choctaw Central Warriors starting off tonight, the fourth quarter, getting to the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. That's enough for a first down. And just to recap, just a few moments ago, the Knights looked to extend their lead on a Jordan Gowdy 30-some-odd touchdown run, but was stripped. The ball was stripped there at the 1-yard line. I thought he had crossed the plane, but undoubtedly my eyesight's not that great up here all the way into the press box because the ref said nope, he was stripped at the 1-yard line, and therefore here's the drive coming from that. The Choctaw Central Warriors are all the way up to the 21-yard line now of their own. Two receivers to this near side. Pistol formation for a quarterback, number 24, Keyshawn Ben. Hands that off to his running back that was directly behind him, Jariah Jimmy. Gets up close to the 24-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 yards, maybe 3.5 or so. Bring up second down and 7 to go for the Warriors. So once again, little roller coaster of emotions. You know, Jordan Gowdy have to, after being stripped from with the football, have to get right back in there in the defense. You can't hang your head. Well, he doesn't have a chance to hang his head.
You know, that's the difference between a good and a great football player is you have a short-term memory. Mm-hmm. You know, whether or not it's something good you did, something bad you did, you don't allow it to affect the next play, knowing you got to come out and play hard. And
Keyshawn Ben going to that far side, gets hit after he gets about the 27-yard line, 28. It's going to be third down and short for the next play coming up for the Choctaw Central Warriors. Once again, down 34-12 with 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Third down, 3 to go. So big play here for the Choctaw Central Warriors if they want to try to get back into this football game. Down by 34-12. Once again, third down, 3. Looking to pass, going deep. He got his man, number 1 there. It was complete. That was Cruz Wilson.
Yeah, QBRT on the coverage there to not come out of bounds after the completion, but that was definitely enough for a first down as they're going to have the ball on their own 35-yard line, first and 10 for the Warriors. But just a little, simple little pitch and catch there. Cruz, number 1, the outside wide receiver, went about 7, 8, 9 yards, turned around and waited for the pass, and it was their weight on him. So good timing play by the quarterback and exactly what you needed to keep the drive going.
Cruz will line up in the slot to this near side. Jariah Jimmy to the left-hand side of the quarterback, Keyshawn Ben. Ben will take the snap, hand it off to Jariah Jimmy, and there you go, Jordan Gowdy. Jordan Gowdy gets in the backfield and tackles him, but he'll get back up to the original line of scrimmage. He'll bring up second down and 10 to go.
Yeah, great job by Gowdy there to penetrate through the offensive line and be there just waiting on him. So he's able to honestly, running back for Choctaw doing a great job just to be able to get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. But Gowdy there, Johnny on the spot to bring up the tackle. Going to bring up second down and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
Same formation for the Warriors with 2 receivers to this near side. And Keyshawn Ben, quarterback, high snap. He brings it down. 1 yard, maybe 2 yard pickup. Defense standing strong here.
I look forward to seeing the penalty yardage after the game because, it's been a fairly clean game.
Yeah.
We've had a few false starts, but I don't know that I've seen any blocking the backs. 1 personal foul, I believe.
And that was against the Warriors, I believe. First,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. Was there a face mask? There was a face mask at one point as well, I believe. But no holdings, I don't think.
They're down and 8 here for quarterback Keyshawn Ben, looking to throw to that right-hand side. Overshoots his intended receiver, number 1, Cruz Wilson, sophomore receiver for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's going to bring up fourth down and 8. And Yeah, they're bringing in the punt team. I mean, just a little bit too long of a distance, too close, too deep in your own territory to justify going for it. Even being down like this in the fourth quarter, it's just it was not a practical decision to punt to go for it on fourth down. So they're going to punt the ball away, barring some type of trickery, some type of fake, which is a possibility.
That's
but
right. Jimmy is your punter, and he is definitely a quarterback. So, nope, going to get the ball away. High, end over end punt. Going to take a little bit of a night bounce. Come hit the field at the 40, bounce back to the 42, and the Knights will have decent field position. Once again, they what looked to be a touchdown run by Gowdy a few moments ago. I mean, you could have been riding high as far as a Choctaw Central Warrior, negating the touchdown and getting the ball back, but Knights defense was able to stand tall there. So they'll have the ball once again on their own 42-yard line. Mac Jones will trot out as the quarterback, and Mac Jones is in there. He is under center, or at least the last few drives he has been under center. And Hunter Moore and Caleb Collins are your backs in an I formation. Collins with the handoff. Collins squirts free to about the 47-yard line. Pick up of about 5. They may give him 6 yards on this.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down for a gain of 6. Going to bring up second down and 4 after a strong run by Collins. Good job by the right side of that offensive line to clear a path for him. And like you said, Hunter Moore, typically in an H-back style setup, just more of a fullback tonight, clearing the path. That lead blocker.
Second down and 4, same formation. Receiver on each side of the field for Mac Jones. Handoff to Caleb Collins. Collins, they may put the ball right on midfield. They may actually be on the Knight side of the football field, so not much there. It's going to bring up third down, long 2, third down short 3, whatever you want to call it.
I think I'll call it third down and 3.
Okay.
But yeah, the Knights right now just kind of milking every second they can off that clock, running it down. Well, that's kind of a lead in the fourth quarter. You just want to, shorten the game as much as you can.
Mac Jones will pitch back to Caleb Collins. Caleb's got a first down more inside the 40-yard line, all the way close to the 35. They're going to mark him down at the 37-yard line. So first down for the Knights.
Every first down crucial at this point, just to drive, run more clock off the more time off the clock. Like I said, just trying to shorten this game as much as you can. When you have this kind of a lead in the fourth quarter. Mac Jones looking over the sideline, getting the play.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're milking that clock as much as possible. Going under center now with 10 seconds left on the play clock. Hand off once again to Caleb Collins. Collins inside the 35, near the 32-yard line.
Yeah, they're
about 5.
Yeah, they're going to give him credit for a 5-yard gain. Good eye on that, Lee. And then just gang tackled by 3 or 4 different Choctaw Central Warriors.
It may be the Caleb Collins show until they can stop him.
Oh yeah, I mean, and we've already talked about this. If you can pick up 3, 4, 5 yards every down, then you're golden.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what they're doing right now on the ground. They're just running it for whatever they can get and just getting ready to run it again the next play.
Mac Jones, once again, gives the ball to Caleb Collins, and Caleb just cannot be stopped as he is brought down at the 25. That's another first down for the Knights. And once again, this drive began around the 42-yard line of their own. And Caleb Collins has been Caleb Collins. Well, he's going to step out now. Brett Busby checks in.
You got to give him a little bit of breather.
Oh, yeah,
He's run the ball like 7 times in a row. Not that many, like 5, but still. Every time you run the ball, if you don't get in the end zone, somebody's hitting you, somebody's taking you down. So that'll wear on you a little bit. So that's why you want to keep 2, 3, 4 running backs in your stable to keep the legs fresh in the fourth quarter.
Same formation except for Busby checking in for Caleb Collins. And Busby will get the handoff. Busby bowls over quite a few Warriors all the way near the 10-yard line. I believe they're going to mark him down between the 11 and 12-yard line.
No, number 2, that's Jimmy, correct? Yes. Yeah, he just got nailed. Busby, we're watching the replay right here. Lowers the shoulder, Busby does, and just tries to plant Jimmy into the ground somewhere around the 20-yard line.
If you ever get a chance to stand next to Brett Busby, you will see the dominating presence that he has.
People used to say that about me.
Yeah, okay. First down and 10 from the 11. Busby with the handoff again to the 5. Inside the 5 to the 3 to the 2, around the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down just outside the goal line. But again, that's going to be another. They're going to give him credit for a first down. Or they're going to say
about a yard shy, I believe.
Yeah. Busby running hard here in the red zone, trying to extend this lead here deep in the game.
Second down and 1 from the 3-yard line. So they can get a first down. And the handoff to Hunter Moore. Hunter Moore gets the handoff. Did he get in there? Nope.
Are they marking him short?
I think he's got a first down. Near side judge is giving him a first down.
I thought he had crossed the plane, but obviously I was
Did he
wrong.
cross it? I don't see any hands up, but I never saw any hands up, but they're rewarding him with a touchdown.
In case you're wondering, I was right again.
Yes, you are. You love it when you're right, don't you?
Well,
you like to make everybody know that you're right.
Well, I mean, it happens so often.
Did you see? There's the kick up for the extra point. Did you see any hands go up?
I did not, but it's at such a hard angle from where I'm sitting. I'm having to watch the monitor, so I didn't see the full field.
41-12 is your score with 4:45 remaining in the football game. We'll be back here on Q101.
The Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville is proud to support the West Lauderdale Knight football team. Come see us for all your tailgating supplies.
Here at Piggly Wiggly, we support West Lauderdale. Go Knights!
Hunter Moore, the Knights now lead 41-12 with 4 minutes, 45 seconds here to go. And I know the guy running that camera over there, too. I'm sure he's listening right now. 15-yard line return starts for the Choctaw Central Warriors to the 20, 25, and gets hit hard after crossing that 25-yard line. Brought down to the 27. Who's that, number 14? Was that Carson Smith?
I believe so. But either way, great job by the coverage team to get down the field to prevent any kind of big play by Choctaw Central. So that's where they're going to take over first and 10.
28-yard line.
28-yard line, yeah.
Warriors once again down 41-12 with 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go tonight. You would think that they would be putting it in the air, or they may just be just good enough to play their football game and run it here. But quarterback Keyshawn Ben will keep it himself and to the 30, 35, to the 38-yard. No, the ball is taken away. Brett Busby to the 35, to the 30, 25-20, 15-10, 5 touchdown. And there will be a flag back around the 39-yard line. Not sure what happened here. They're going to allow the touchdown?
I don't know. That was such a late flag. I have absolutely no idea what you call there.
It was after the takeaway.
It was definitely after the fumble. So unless unless that referee's operating on a 7-second delay, we're not. I mean, it should be at the very minimum.
Jake Rogers is coming off the sideline putting his hands in the air for a touchdown. So this may be defensively a defensive error here. Maybe not.
Still waiting on the official. Says you want to talk to Coach Clay. So as soon as we get the official signal, we'll let you know what it is.
Defense is still on the field currently. It is going to be touchdown. So it will be recovered by the Knights. The penalty will be marked off on the kickoff.
Yeah.
So 4:19 remains, and the Knights have a 47-12 lead in this following the fumble recovery from Brett Busby, taking it to the house.
So, Stephen, if you're listening, if you know exactly what that personal foul call was, feel free to text me and let me know. Or we got your microphone cut on now. You can let us know yourself.
Steven said you don't want to talk, man.
No.
Talk about Christmas trees and zebra cakes. Extra point was good, 48-12, but he wants to chime in there. We'll take a 30-second break, come right back here on Q101.
The Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville is proud to support the West Lauderdale Night football team. Come see us for all your tailgating supplies.
Here at Piggly Wiggly, we support West Lauderdale. Go Knights!
Kickoff here. They are marching the penalty off so West Lauderdale is actually going to be kicking off from the Choctaw 45-yard line. So I'm pretty sure Cooper Luke could kick this one blindfolded, left-footed,
I mean, is it a challenge when you have the ball on their side of the 50 to try it, to put it in the uprights?
This one's liable to land in the band.
Let's see if it gets it. It has got nope,
just
not
short.
quite. It was accurate as far as left to right.
Yeah, not quite enough lead to put it through the upright, but still, it's going to go down as I believe his third touchback of the night.
Mm-hmm. Knights once again 48-12. The previous touchdown came defensively from a takeaway, from a fumble recovery from Brett Busby in the defense. He was able to take it around 30. I believe it was around 38-yard return. Giving to Brett. Marches from the sideline. First down and 10 from their own 20s. Choctaw Central, 2 receivers left as the Warriors moving right to left. Quarterback Keyshawn Ben will take it himself and get close to the first down. And there's a late flag. Late flag after the play was made. Comes in. It looks to be going against the defense as we see a few defensive players kind of upset with themselves.
Yeah, that's going to be a face mask. So that'll tack on some yardage and bring up an automatic first down for the Choctaw Central Warriors.
We have intentional face mask or unintentional face mask. Do you really think there are any intentional face masks?
Absolutely.
You do?
No doubt. I mean, I'm not saying it happens often, but.
Looking at a pass. Quarterback Keyshawn Ben going deep. And is it intercepted? Nope. And they're going to say pass interference here. Is it?
That's most likely going to be against QRT. I believe it was in coverage. But, man, there's
a lot of activity between the two. But definitely Barty had the shot at the football as well, though. It is going to be pass interference defense.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, it felt like none of our guys were set on defense whenever that ball was snapped.
That'll be a big penalty against the Knights defense. And once again, just like you just said, try to paint you a picture back at home. When the ball was snapped, it was almost like nobody made an effort to cross the line of scrimmage defensively for the Knights. It was almost like they didn't know the ball was snapped. One receiver to each side of the football field for the Warriors. Shotgun formation does have it back to his right, and that is quarterback Keyshawn Ben with the quarterback keeper to the 40, 35, 30, knocked out of bounds on the 30-yard line. 45 seconds remains here in the football game. Once again, the Knights lead 48-12. Warriors, if they want to, and once again, points. You may be wondering why are they trying to get some points on this? Points are valuable in district play, especially if it comes down to a tie or fourth, maybe getting into the playoffs or not. Maybe getting third place or fourth place, and there will be encroachment against the Knights defense. Will give the Warriors an extra 5 yards.
I have no idea why that play was blown dead. I mean, I saw, was it Busby that was across the line of scrimmage, but he made no contact, did not have direct line to the quarterback, got back across the line of scrimmage.
There we go. And the quarterback loses the football and almost gets quarterback sacked. And we make a completion at the 5-yard line. That should be it. That's the last play of the football game. And the Knights will move to 7-1 on the season, 3-1 in district play, and pretty much, well, I'm not going to say have it locked. It's according to what Kosciuszko does. If we go into next week and lose the game and Kosciuszko wins, and they'll be second. But currently, we remain in second seed, the second seed out of the Region 4-4-8.
What this does is it does lock in a playoff berth. So no matter what,
yes,
you know, we have at least 2 more games. You know, we will not be finishing up next week no matter what.
And you definitely want to be home here, hosting the first week of the playoffs, and not going on the road. But we'll tell you about some of those teams that we could be facing in a couple weeks as well. And of course, get ready for next week's game against the Northeast Trojans. 48-12 here as the Knights defeat the Choctaw Central Warriors once again by a score of 48-12. The Region's post-game show is coming up next here on Q101.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today.